It's Sunday morning. It's a beautiful start here across Southeast Texas as we are enjoying the effects of this cold front that arrived yesterday evening. We had those showers, we had some storms, especially south of Houston, but we are expecting those conditions to remain mostly pleasant for today, especially if you are heading out and about. Here's a live look at Galveston. You have folks enjoying the seawall. Perfect for conditions out there. 59 degrees, northeast winds at 12 miles an hour. Visibility, not an issue because we have clear conditions. Here in Houston, we are seeing temps a little bit on the cooler side. We are seeing it at 55 degrees, north winds at 3 miles an hour, dew point at 51. And so as we look at the next few days, we are expecting those conditions to remain just mostly pleasant. High temps today topping out in the low 70s, overnight lows dropping into the 60s. And so as we look at our conditions for today, we are expecting this little bit of a cooling trend, especially in the overnight hours. So tonight we will once again be in the 40s and 50s across town. But as we look at the low temps, you're going to need those jackets heading out the door at least through Wednesday and Thursday of this week, and especially as we are going to be warming up. But the good news is that we are going to remain fall-like, at least for the next 7 days. So as we look at our new sunrise and sunset times, we are definitely feeling the effects of gaining an hour of sleep. However, that will have a new sunset time. The sun will be officially setting at 5:34 this evening, giving us 10 hours and 57 minutes of daylight. And so as we look at our days are becoming shorter as we head closer to winter solstice. We are going to see today 10 hours and 57 minutes, and then by Thanksgiving, 10 hours and 25 minutes. And then as we get closer towards the winter solstice, which is on December 21st, that is going to really bring those conditions, giving us the shortest day, which is going to be 10 hours and 14 minutes, as sunrise is going to be at 7:12 and sunset will be at 5:26. So radar right now, we're seeing mostly clear conditions. If you do have to travel across the state of Texas, all that rain associated with that cold front is well offshore and to the east of us, but high pressure system building on in across to the state, and that is going to keep things mostly quiet for this next week. So pleasant weather returning, and we are expecting it to remain mostly fall-like for us here across the area, especially as we go into the rest of our work week. So future temps warming up into the 70s, lows in the 50s. Jacket weather definitely going to be the case each and every morning, at least through the start of our week. And then we are going to see a little bit of a slight warming trend through the end of next week. So our drought report, we're seeing increasing severe drought conditions for portions of Trinity County, dry conditions in place for mostly Harris County, and then moderate drought still for portions of western Harris County out in the Katy area. But there is current burn bans still in place for most of our counties here across the area. So not really expecting to see much in terms of fire weather hazards, but just keep those burn bans in the back of your mind if you do plan to do some outdoor burning. Temperature outlook, temps are remaining above normal across the south central U.S. This is really giving us a hint that we could see above normal temps and a warming trend through our second week of November. We're still in hurricane season, no storms out on the horizon, at least for the next 7 days. I think we're pretty much done here across Texas in terms of any tropical system. Usually these fronts that arrive in the months of November and October, they keep those tropical systems well off towards the east of us. So as far as your 7-day forecast, high temps in the 70s, lows in the 40s and 50s. We're expecting those conditions to remain mostly just pleasant. Not much going on here across Houston in terms of the weather, but if you do have those outdoor plans, you're going to be able to enjoy those outdoor activities at least for the next several days. But just keep an eye on that sunrise and sunset during those afternoon hours. And so here's a live look right now. We're going back to Galveston where we're looking at the seawall, and I believe that's 21st Street, that's 28th Street in the seawall. Looking at Pleasure Pier. Not seeing much in terms of the folks on the street, and we have mostly clear skies, and so I think it's going to be a perfect day to be out on the beach, or actually, just take a trip to Galveston to enjoy the day because we're expecting great conditions. 62 degrees right now, northeast winds at 5 miles an hour, and we are seeing those temps starting off a bit chilly here across Houston as well, especially as we are starting off in the 50s. Our areas north of town, maybe north of Spring, are going to see those 50-degree temps, but winds are calm. And as far as our hourly planner, we will will see those temps in the low 70s with lots of sunshine in the forecast, at least for the next 2 to 3 days. So for today's forecast, 72 degrees for a high, 74 for Tomball or for Conroe, and then 73 for Navasota, with those pleasant conditions persisting at least the next few days. Overnight lows dropping into the 40s. Some of us might end up in the 50s, but those low temps are expected to remain a bit chilly at least for the next 7 days. So keep those jackets on standby, especially when it comes to the kiddos heading off to school in the morning, that we are going to see those 50-degree temps at least last through this week. And also too, less daylight as far as the time change. We lost an hour of sleep, but we are also losing an hour of daylight in terms of when that sun is going to be setting. 5:34 is going to be the new sunset time for today, as our days are becoming shorter. So definitely enjoy the pleasant weather conditions and fall-like conditions here across southeast Texas. Lots of clear conditions, clear skies, high pressure system building in across the state. That is going to keep conditions mostly mild in terms of our temperatures, but we are not expecting any. There's going to be another frontal boundary arriving by the end of next week, but that's very well not going to really see any rain chance with it. But be cautious out there when it comes to burning, as well as more of a little bit of a warming trend as we get closer towards November 8th through November 12th. Tropics are also mostly quiet, no activity expected for the next 7 days. So we are still in hurricane season. And so as we look at our 7-day forecast, we are expecting those temps to remain mostly pleasant and definitely a bit chilly, especially during those morning and evening hours, with lots of sunshine lasting at least through the next 7 days. Again, I'm meteorologist Christian Maris with your extended weather forecast. Make sure to tune in later today at 6 p.m. for our KHU 11 News at 6.